Tom, welcome to the Jesus Christ Show.
Oh, hi, Jesus.
Hi, Tom.
Okay, I'll try and make this as succinct as I can. My girlfriend has a very violent temper and basically beats the H out of me whenever she goes off.
Okay.
The last time she did it, she really messed up my face pretty good. And like a fool, because normally I just hide it. You know, I just tell people, oh, I fell down, I did something stupid. But I was distraught like I am now, and I told them. And they kind of go, yeah, we sort of suspected. But now they want me to go to the police. And that would just destroy her life. I love her. She can be a wonderful person when she's not violent. And I don't know what to do because I'm getting all this pressure to you know, do something I don't really want to do.
Protect yourself and others?
Pardon me?
Protect yourself and others is something you don't want to do?
Well, you know what? You know, I'm a big boy. I can take, you know, a little bit of a beating.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't, and you're not. How long have you known her, Tom?
We've been, well, I've known her about 5 years. We've been together about 3.
And where'd you meet her?
Here in Huntington.
And how old is she?
She is 44.
44. And how old are you?
50.
What is one of her hobbies?
She likes golf. She likes water skiing. She likes soccer.
Okay, so she sounds very athletic.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Okay. And so when she's participating in does she participate in those sports actively? Does she play golf quite a bit?
Golf not so much lately, but she's gotten back into soccer a lot.
And is there a trigger? Is there something that triggers her anger at you?
And that's one of the things that's so weird is because sometimes it's just some little thing that'll set her off, and occasionally it'll be absolutely nothing. One time we were just sitting there, everything is fine, and she just starts wailing. Just starts wailing on me. And, you know, I've suggested, because she understands she's got some anger issues or something, and, you know, I've suggested, hey, you know, do some anger management, do some therapy, and she won't.
Tom, you're not a stupid man, right?
I hope not.
Well, you just told me that you were sitting down casually, and a person, a human being, I don't care who they are, started beating on you. Now,
correct.
Your call can fall into a lot of categories. Complete garbage would be one of them. But I'm going to take you at your word and believe that if you're in a situation where somebody is harming you to that degree, that the man part that you said, you know, I can take some hits from now and then, that's not the man part. The man part is being strong in positions of difficulty. That's what makes humans humans. And if you're not willing to stand up to somebody who, for right now, is hurting you, and keep them from hurting someone else, there's absolutely no reason for you to refer to yourself as a man. This is somebody who, from your description, randomly, without being provoked, beat on you. This is someone who has harmed you to such a degree that others have noticed. And taking you at your word, you're in a horrible, horrible relationship, and what she is doing is a crime. Just because you're a man doesn't change that equation. It is a crime. And if you aren't man enough to actually call the police, trust me, someone else will, and it might end differently. So when you're in this situation, the police will assess and hopefully, with a partnership of social services, find some help for her to find out why she has this rage.
It's rage.
I'm sorry?
I said, oh, yeah, it's rage.
Most absolutely. And what kind of, without being too specific, what kind of work does she do for a living?
She's actually a substitute teacher. And that's why if she goes to jail, it destroys her life. it's done.
Okay, so we do it this way. We do it this way. One day, she gets angry and she gets into a fit of rage. And it's not a day where you're looking at her face to face and she lashes out and she knocks you down and you die. Now she's looking at something completely different.
That's
And don't
that's
think because
profound.
you're a man that you're going to handle it.
No, I can't touch her. I can't hit her. I mean, I've just got to try and get away when she's she's
You
going
need
off
to
on
go
me.
away for good. You need to look her in the face and say, I won't do this anymore. Pack your things up and go. Period. There's no middle ground here. You do not stay in a relationship where someone is beating you, whether you are a man, whether you are a woman, whether you are a child.
But shouldn't I try to? That's my big question. Shouldn't I try to help her first?
No. Right now, all you're helping her is by being a punching bag. You're saving her the $150 it would take to go down to the Big Five and buy one on her own. So you are becoming there is no relationship there. None.
No police.
That is not real in any way, shape, or form. Anything she says and does is to keep you there because you feel low enough about yourself to stay. And I'm telling you, you're worth more than that. And the context of the situation is absolutely vulgar.
Yeah, it's something. But
pick up your stuff and go. Call the police and tell them that you've been, as embarrassing as it might be, as frustrating as it might be, as scary that she's going to leave you and what it might mean to her. That's not your decision to make. You don't hide someone's crime because it might affect them. That's the law of consequence, Tom. That's the whole purpose of life to begin with. And the law of consequence says that when you do things that are wrong, there will be consequences.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be easy, but I mean, you're talking sense, and I guess everybody else is too. I mean, they made a point of taking pictures of me last time, so.
And
okay,
that's good.
I guess that's what I've got to do.
Those things now become evidence. I appreciate your time and your call, Tom, and go in peace. Still got a slightly raised eyebrow, but I pray that Tom, that you are well and that you'll make the right decision. Because you must understand that hearing someone make a claim that they know something is wrong, that they know it physically harms them, the description you gave, and all of those things paint a very strange picture. But if we take everything you've said at your word, you are in a relationship that is incredibly damaging, emotionally and physically, and can end way worse than you could ever imagine. Have you ever seen those movies where someone's got to make a decision and they're hemming and hawing and they start skewing their moral compass to try so that they can kind of make it the best outcome possible, and it just makes it worse and worse. And so you're looking at the 2 steps ahead thinking, this is what's going to happen, and I don't want that to happen. And meanwhile, every time you change or do something that is outside of the moral norm, you've created 10, 20, 30 deep more that are worst scenarios that can take place at the drop of a hat. And I assure you, if you think you're protecting her, you're not. You're making it worse. If you really cared, you'd do something that would jar the situation, make it stop, and get her help. We didn't get into whether she did drugs. We didn't get into any of that because there is some peculiar nature to some of the facts in the story. And so I just wanted to make sure that statement gets out. That's what's most important. No one, man, woman, or child, should be in a relationship where they are harmed physically like that. No one, ever.